Hello and welcome to our Tuesday tête-à-tête. I've been thinking a lot about well-being and how to keep our spirits up. It does feel a bit like the end might be in sight with some lockdown restrictions loosening, but these last few months have been hard going. So I think being aware of small things you can do to lift your spirits is really important. And I was reading an interview with Michael Rosen, the author. He was very poorly last year, was in hospital in intensive care for over a month with the virus. And he'd been talking about his recovery and writing poetry about his recovery. And one thing that he said really struck me, and it's do one thing every day that makes you feel good. Build optimism into every day. I think that's really powerful, isn't it? Because it's really much easier to remember the bad thing or the grotty thing or the thing that made you feel that happened in a day. And actually our minds, our brains are wired that way, that noticing the good thing takes a bit more effort. And something that I've been doing, I'm well into my third year now of my noticing diary, which sounds a bit cheesy, but it's just a reminder to appreciate something positive every day, just one small thing. It's not like a list or a gratitude list of many things. It's just one thing that I write down in my diary every day. And I've opened it randomly, August 2019. Someone who was learning to sew had messaged me to say that she had altered her daughter's skirt and how pleased she was that it now fitted her. And that was lovely. That was really satisfying. So that was my thing for that day. On the Thursday, it had been the children's sewing camp. I do remember that. It was fantastic. They all worked really hard with their sewing machines, and I've written, the children's enthusiasm is infectious. And now I can remember that August day when they were all busy stitching and chatting, and we had a brilliant day. The following day, the Friday, I know that it was raining as I got really wet, going to meet a group of friends in the city centre for a Chinese. And I remember being on the tram and it was absolutely tipping it down and not really knowing where I was going. And actually for me, going into the city centre is a bit of an adventure, even more so these days after a year at home. But just that one sentence and it takes me straight back. So it's like an archive of happy things. So you can look back over the day or a couple of days if you didn't write anything yesterday and think of something to write down. But also in itself, it becomes a sort of a memoir of building optimism into every day.